I joined Science Coach after I was actually approached by Jill. We had known each other from previous interactions, and I had taught research for about 15 years before the Science Coach program really got off the ground. Um, so I had a lot of connections. I had it worked out to where I knew what to do with my students, and we'd been successful at a lot of competitions and things like that. But I wanted to ramp it up even more from there for myself. I wanted my students to be more competitive, to be more successful. And I had a lot of contacts, but it seemed that Science Coach could broaden my network by having, since they're under the umbrella of BioSTL, they have basically a network in place already of professional scientists. And it's also been amazing because if I need a specialized piece of equipment that I don't have at school because it's too expensive of a toy, I can go to Jill or Sean and I can say, hey, I have a kid that needs access to a plate reader or to BSL2 hood or whatever. And they also, especially this year when they have opened up our request program, I guess, where we can put a list on Amazon and request that people, if they want to provide something for us off of that list, and I've already gotten something off of that list, which is 2 things off of that list actually, which is great. There's just so much more available than I had just as an individual teacher. And in turn, this is super important to me, teaching kids research, because I've seen the benefits in my kids for so many years. This is super important to me to continue this process and to enable more kids to have that opportunity. And even more so, I'm close to retirement. I'm getting to the end of the path there. And I see that there are not a lot of young teachers who have any experience with doing this, and they're overwhelmed, so they don't get into it at all. And to have an organization where there's structure and support, and they will have the help to kind of hold their hand that first year or two until they get more comfortable with doing it and train them to do it. That's the next generation of teachers. And if we don't have programs like this, we're not going to have kids involved in research. So that's the most important reasons for me to being part of Science Coach.